Hey, queens and kings. I miss you guys as much as you all may miss me. I know it's been a minute. It's been like probably about 4 months now, which we're not just gonna go there. But anyways, we are doing a pretty much of a revamp where I'm taking two old DIYs that I have done on this channel and made one new one. If you all would like to see, please continue to watch. All right, queens and kings. So about a year or two ago, I made these 2 feet tall pillow counter holders that I made here on my channel. I love them. I love how the way these turned out. These was a big hit on my channel, but they're not a big hit in my home now because since I've been moving and everything, some of the crystals have fell off, some of the parts of it have came apart. So I decided to revamp it other than just throwing them away. So what I'm doing here is basically using some faux mirrors that I actually got from Amazon. I want to say 5 or 6 come in their pack. I will link it down below if I can still find these mirrors. But what I decided to do was basically flip the mirrors over upside down and basically outline the sidings of it, so therefore I can know where to cut at. I think I'm going to use at least 1 or 2 for one side of the board to actually cover the whole entire board. But the thing that I did learn about this was, you see that crack there? That's not what I wanted to do. So what I had to do was basically turn the mirrors facing up ordinary, so therefore I don't get that crack anymore. That was the trick to it. And that's basically how I'm going to do for each candle holder. Okay, queens and kings. So just forget about the top part as well as the bottom part. We just need the 2x4. That's basically what we needed for to do this actually DIY, what I'm about to show you guys in the end. So as you all can see, the mirrors are self-adhesive, so you don't need any glue, but it's up to you if you want to put glue on there, so therefore you actually have a longer and stronger hold. It could be hot glue or some type of adhesive glue. That is all up to you. So now that my pieces are cut down to size, like I said, I'm just gonna peel and stick, and as you all can see, it is very forgivable with these mirrors here. So hopefully I can still find these and I'll link them down below. If not, I'll try to find some more comparison to it or so. All right, queens and kings, so that noise in the crystals that you've seen are actually glass crystals. It's just a garland crystal chain. I just tucked the jump rope off of it, so none of the crystals are single. So as you all can see here, the mirrors came with a film, a protector on it, so therefore now you see it's actually shining better and it looked like a real mirror. So what I'm doing now is basically randomly gluing the crystals onto the candle holder. Now, in the beginning, you all see there was so many crystals. That's because later on in the video, I would actually be putting more. Because when I first did this DIY, this is basically how I did it. Now, I have these gorgeous pieces in my room, which is the reason why I'm still going with this look here, where I have a console table as well as some mirrors. So I decided to change the pillow counters until larger wall sconces. So I'm going to continue basically hot gluing the crystals onto the glass, onto the mirror correction, and we're just going to continue doing that till you actually get the desired look that you pretty much want. All right, so fast forward to the present time, as in now, 1 or 2 years later. Now, as you all can see, I don't have the top part of it where the candle actually sit on there. You still could put a candle on there, but it was actually a base that holding it, give it a more elegant look. Now you see that I'm removing the bling wrap as well as the mirrors. Now the same way that I put this together is basically the same way I'm taking it apart. Now I did use a drill to actually screw the screw into the board, but I'm actually just using a hand screw now just to remove the screw from the top, because I don't need the top and I don't need the bottom portion of this pillow candle holder. And I also don't need the mirrors on one side, so I'm going to basically remove those two as well. Now here at the bottom it have two screws in the bottom, so therefore it could have helped and support and stand up the candle holder. But once again, I don't need none of that. I just need the 2x4, the board part. And then I'm just going to remove one side of the bling. As you all can see here, that's basically I'm trying to figure out like which side look better than the other one. All right, so the only way and the only reason why I'm able to peel this off, like I said in the beginning, it is forgivable. Only reason I'm able to do this is because I did not use any other glue. I just used the self-adhesive that's on the back of the mirrors. But as you also do see it, they start to break apart. So be careful when you do it, or make up your mind if this is exactly where you would like for it to be. My mind was made up until it started falling apart and stuff. But hey, we're going to revamp it and make it into another one. And as you also do see, you see the mirror pretty much up, lifted up. So I'm basically just use some hot glue and just gluing that back down. Like I said in the beginning, you can use hot glue, you can do the self-adhesive, but you see eventually it will come apart. But reminding you, this at least 1 or 2 years later. Now here's the second DIY here as well. These were some wall sconces too, where I use Dollar Tree items to make these items, as well as Hobby Lobby. I will link the video down for both of the original videos. If you are a new Queen and King here, just stopping by and you have not seen these videos yet. So as you all can see, the first pillar candle did not have the little mirror portion of it where you can actually hold the candle up. So you see it fell apart. So I'm basically gonna put these two candle holders, two wall sconces, or whatever you want to call it, together to make one brand new one. So all I need from this portion here is basically the mirror here. This is actually a picture frame, a mirror picture frames, and I'm going to use the two anchors there as well. So the base with all the crystals and all that, this portion here, I'm just going to put that to the side. I don't longer need that. So now moving along, we're basically going to do the same thing how the smaller pillar candle was. We're going to do it to the larger one here. We're going to use those two cubes, which is actually ABC's blocks from Dollar Tree. You're going to use those to make it have my support. So therefore, I could put a candle on here. I could put some flowers on here. I could put whatever I want to put on it, and I'm just using hot glue. Now, you can use some type of strong adhesive. That is up to you. And after that, we're just going to glue the mirror frame directly back on top of that. So therefore, that could give me the support where I could be able to hold my candles or whatever else that I want to put on it. Now, I do advise you do not to use any type of heavy wax candle. Use something light, something airy, that kind of hollow. So therefore, you don't have to worry about this falling apart, even if you do have adhesive glue. But that's just my suggestion. You do what you please. Now here I'm just basically re-gluing the bling back down because I actually took that off when I shouldn't have. Okay, so since you all asking, how would I hang this up on the wall? Basically here, I'm just going to use these picture frame hooks, and I'm just going to screw that to the back of the board, which is the reason why I removed one side of the mirror and bling from there. I don't need that. I don't need that. So that's all we're going to do is screw that in there, and we're going to hang this up on the wall. And now you're going to have a pillow candle holder, but you're going to have a larger scale of it. So a gorgeous wall sconce. All right, voila, magic. Now look at there. Other than it being on the floor where I wasn't using it at, basically I have it on the wall now and it anchors my TV. Like I said before, I have a console table below my TV there, as well as some mirrors on each side of my bed that has this look, which is the reason why I wanted to go with it as in making it as a wall sconce, because I did not want to throw them away. And as you all can see, I actually have more bling on here now other than the limited amount that I had before. In the beginning, I didn't like it, but once I put it up on the wall, I was like, yes, I like it. And I try to style it with flowers. So you could do it whatever you want to do. You put a candle up here or you could put flowers. But Queens and Kings, that's pretty much going to be it for this little revamp where I turned 2 DIYs into 1. I hope you Queens and Kings enjoyed this video. If you all did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hello to all my new Queens and Kings. I see you guys are really sticking with me, and I appreciate that, and I love you guys dearly. And I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye-bye.